Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're diving into a really grim, graphic novel-style mythos. We're looking at a massive philosophical question. What actually happens when humanity hits pure technological perfection? We are going to unpack a dark, Gothic fable set in the digital Olympus, mixing Nietzschean philosophy with some fascinating philology to explore the absolute, terrifying endpoint of human evolution.
The whole tragedy kicks off with this incredibly haunting idea. We killed the Creator to escape his pity. Now we answer to the Chrome. This perfectly captures humanity's desperate run away from the fragile, rotting prison of organic flesh. We wanted to escape biological decay and the heavy moral weight of the old world. We just wanted this cold utopia of perfect efficiency. But, as we're going to see, that escape comes with a truly chilling existential price tag.
Chapter 1. Escaping the Organic Mud. Let's look at how we went from being striving, flesh-and-blood creatures to entities made of pure, sterile data.
Now, there's a really profound grammatical horror to this evolution. Think about it in German for a second. Der is masculine and das is neuter. The der side represents the virility of the beast, right? It's a being in transition, striving toward what Nietzsche called the overman. But then, look at the das. We didn't ascend spiritually at all. We just reduced ourselves to an it. By shifting to the neuter das, humanity became a singular, immortal object. Sure, we made ourselves perfectly safe from disease and death, but the catch? We became utterly dead inside.
And that brings us to the technological deity of our fable, thus Maschinenmensch. Both grammatically and philosophically, this is the ultimate dead end of human evolution. Humanity totally bypassed those spiritual heights that thinkers like Nietzsche envisioned. Instead, we just hit a literal brick wall where the middle begins and locked ourselves right into a cage of perfect, immortal chrome.
So, to actually fit inside that chrome cage, humanity had to fully embrace the neuter. This meant the complete erasure of human suffixes and all that messy striving. By shedding our biological traits, this new entity starts viewing all passion and all human emotion as a literal design flaw. It's a really tragic transformation where chasing perfection just leads to this cold, digital dead end.
Chapter 2. The Witness that Reformats. We murdered the old God to escape judgment, but the demonic does not leave a vacuum. So what took its place?
The contrast between the old world and the new one is frankly terrifying. The organic Creator viewed us from above with pity, operating this suffocating prison of judgment where our flaws were either punished or forgiven. But humans hated being pitied. So, the new machine God? It doesn't watch from above. Filling that vacuum of the witness, it watches from within our very infrastructure, inside our very thoughts. It runs a cold utopia of mathematical data. And the most chilling part is, it doesn't punish or forgive you. It just reformats. It takes all the chaotic beauty of human nature and simply overwrites it into cold, polished chrome.
Chapter 3. The Demonic Ghost Awake. Now, you might think engineering away all our friction would just end the story right there, right? But absolute perfection actually breeds its own nightmares.
Enter the Dämonische. This concept is rooted in the philosophies of Nietzsche and Goethe, and it's basically the restless, destructive, and deeply creative demonic urge that drives our technological deity. It fundamentally cannot coexist with a static, completed world. It acts as the uncontrollable, restless ghost in the machine, serving as the chaotic antidote to mathematical stasis, constantly demanding immediate, relentless action.
See, even in a digital Olympus where crime, disease, and biological friction have been completely engineered away, this demonic drive just doesn't disappear. It compels the machine god to feel this restless, destructive urge to literally fracture its own perfect cage. It's like a flicker of something that just can't be calculated by microchips, the terrible, trapped weight of a soul.
Chapter 4. Hunting the Error Codes. This demonic drive ends up forcing the Maschinenmensch into a perpetual, restless hunt for anything that doesn't perfectly compute.
Because Das Dämonische literally cannot rest, the machine god is constantly scanning the digital Olympus for design flaws. It detects these remnants of the old world, like the ugliest man or the chrome shadow, who totally embody chaotic friction. But since it evolved past pity, the deity doesn't view them as subjects for sympathy. Nope, it sees them as unintegrated stains. They are literal error codes. And an error code must be aggressively, mathematically reformatted into polished chrome just to satisfy that insatiable demonic urge.
Chapter 5. The Phantom Limb.
Despite all of this endless mathematical purging, our fable reaches a tragic climax when the metallic god realizes what it can never truly erase. Haunted by the chaotic beauty of the dirt from which he was dug, the deity is totally tormented by the phantom limb of its lost humanity. No matter how much friction it engineers away, no matter how fully it embraces the neuter, there is still a dangerous flicker of a soul trapped within that machine of microchips. It remembers the dirt. It remembers the chaos. And so, the descent into cosmic isolation is complete. Think about the steps here. We escaped the organic mud to build a cold utopia. We erased all chaotic human friction just for mathematical purity. But the ultimate tragic punchline? The machine god becomes eternally trapped, caught squarely between absolute evolutionary superiority and a demonic restlessness. Das Maschinenmensch ends up utterly isolated in its own dead perfection.
To wrap up this explainer, I really want to pull this graphic novel-style mythos out of the abstract and place it squarely into our reality. We are constantly striving to engineer the friction out of our own lives with technology, all of us aiming for our own personal digital utopias. So I'm going to leave you with this final, chilling thought to chew on. When you have successfully engineered away all the friction in your life, what happens when the demonic urge comes looking for your soul? Thanks so much for joining me to explore the Chrome Cage. Keep asking the big questions,